The Magic Garden of Lila. Once upon a time, in a quiet village surrounded by mountains, there was a little girl named Lila. Lila had a magical gift. She could make flowers bloom with just a touch of her hand. But Lila didn't know it yet. She spent her days playing in the fields, admiring the colorful flowers that grew along the path to her village. One day, while wandering in the meadow, Lila came across an old, forgotten garden at the edge of the forest. The garden was overgrown with weeds, and the flowers were nowhere to be seen. Only a few dull leaves hung from the vines, and the air smelled stale. Lila felt a deep sadness in her heart. She knew that gardens should be full of life, but this one was completely lifeless. Feeling a spark of hope, Lila decided to visit the garden every day. She gently plucked the weeds, watered the soil, and talked to the plants as if they could hear her. "Don't worry," she whispered. "You'll bloom again soon." At first, nothing happened, but Lila didn't give up. She believed that the garden could be beautiful once more. One evening, as the sun began to set, she sat on a rock in the middle of the garden and closed her eyes. She placed her hand on the earth and wished with all her heart, "Please, let the flowers bloom again." To her surprise, something incredible happened. The ground beneath her fingers started to warm, and tiny buds began to appear all around her. Lila gasped in wonder as the buds grew larger and brighter until they burst into a rainbow of colors. The garden transformed before her eyes, and soon it was filled with flowers of every shade: purple, pink, yellow, and blue. The magic didn't stop there. As Lila walked through the garden, the flowers seemed to respond to her touch, blooming even more as she passed. Butterflies fluttered around her, and birds sang sweet melodies from the trees. It was as if the whole garden had come to life, thanks to Lila's kindness and patience. From that day on, the magical garden became a place of wonder for everyone in the village. People from far and wide came to see the beautiful flowers, and Lila became known as the girl with the magical touch. But Lila knew that the true magic was not just in the flowers. It was in the love and care she gave the garden. Lila learned that sometimes a little patience and belief in the magic around you can turn the dullest of places into something extraordinary.